This is Panda. Panda works hard at the bamboo processing factory deep in the Eastern Grove. Every morning, he chops bamboo shoots, stacks them into neat bundles, and delivers them to the bamboo market. At the end of the week, Panda's boss hands him a pouch filled with 100 bamboo leaves, his payment for the week. Panda smiles. Finally, he can buy that new bamboo teapot he's been eyeing. But when he opens his pouch at home, something's wrong. He only counts 80 leaves. Where did the other 20 go? He checks the ground. He checks his fur. He even checks under his bamboo bed. Then he sees the note. 20 leaves collected by the Panda Government. Tax Division. Panda blinks. What? They took his leaves? He didn't agree to that. That's when his wise friend, Old Panda, walks in. "Oh, little one," Old Panda chuckles. "That's tax. Every panda pays it." What is tax? Tax is the portion of Panda's bamboo that goes to the Panda Government. In return, they keep the bamboo forest running, building schools for young cubs, hospitals for injured paws, bamboo roads for traders, fire services, bamboo security rangers, and libraries. Basically, taxes fund everything pandas share in common. Panda frowns. "So, I lose 20 leaves for everyone else?" Old Panda nods. "That's right. You're not just paying for yourself. You're investing in the forest." Panda still doesn't like it, but he starts to understand why pandas need taxes. Without taxes, the bamboo forest would fall apart. No guards to protect the groves, no doctors for the cubs, no roads for bamboo traders, no food distribution in harsh winters. The forest doesn't run on hugs and bamboo tea. It runs on leaves, shared by everyone. The Panda Government collects those leaves through a system called taxation, and they do it in many ways. Types of bamboo taxes. Let's break them down. Income tax. Every time Panda earns bamboo, the government takes a slice of it directly. It's the most common kind. The more Panda earns, the bigger the slice. Sales tax. When Panda buys something, like his favorite honeyed bamboo rolls, he pays a few extra leaves on top of the price. That's the government's share again. Property tax. If Panda owns a bamboo hut, he has to pay a tax for that ownership. It keeps the roads clean, the neighborhood safe, and the trees healthy. Capital gains tax. When Panda sells his hut later for more bamboo leaves than he bought it for, he pays tax on the profit. Corporate tax. Big companies like Bamboo Soft and Leafazon also give a cut of their profits. Inheritance tax. If Grandpa Panda passes his secret bamboo stash to Panda, the government takes a small share of that too. Tariffs. Imported goods, like foreign honey from Bee Republic, get taxed before entering the forest. Panda scratches his head. So basically, they can tax anything? Old Panda smiles. Pretty much. If it moves, grows, or shines, it can be taxed. How much bamboo should Panda pay? That depends on how much bamboo Panda earns. The Panda Government uses tax brackets, different ranges that charge different rates. The idea is simple. The richer you are, the more you contribute. But pandas often misunderstand this. Panda says, if I earn 100,000 bamboo leaves and the 20% bracket starts there, that means I owe 20,000 leaves. Old Panda laughs. No, only the top part is taxed at 20%. He draws it in the dirt. The first 10,000 leaves, 0% tax. The next 40,000, 12% tax. The final 50,000, 22% tax. So Panda only pays higher tax on his higher leaves, not the whole pile. That's the beauty and confusion of progressive tax, how taxes are collected. If Panda works for the bamboo factory, the system takes taxes automatically before payday. He gets his 80 leaves and the 20 go to the Panda treasury directly. But if Panda runs his own bamboo stand at the market, things get trickier. He has to report how many leaves he made, every single one. That's called filing a tax return. Here's how Panda does it. Count how many leaves he earned this year. Find deductions, things he bought for work that reduce his taxable income. Deductions might include new bamboo cutting tools, a work apron, travel to the bamboo fair, training courses. But if Panda tries to claim his bamboo hot tub as a business expense, the Panda Revenue Bureau might get suspicious. Hey Panda, are you enjoying the video? Well, if you want to keep learning how the world of bamboo really works, make sure to subscribe to PandaNomics, because we turn every confusing money concept into a bamboo-sized snack. And maybe leave a like. The Bamboo Tax Return. When all that information is ready, Panda sends it to the Panda Revenue Bureau. They calculate how much he owes, or how much he overpaid. If Panda paid too much, he gets a bamboo refund. If he underpaid, he owes more. The Bureau uses all this to balance the forest's budget, ensuring there's enough bamboo for roads, schools, and hospitals, but not so much that the treasury runs dry. And sometimes, when Panda's numbers look odd, the Bureau calls him for an audit. How Panda survives a bamboo tax audit. The next morning, Panda wakes up to a letter slipped under his bamboo door. It's from the Panda Revenue Bureau. Dear Panda, we've noticed some unusual deductions in your tax return. Please report for an audit. Panda's heart skips. An audit? He feels faint. He clutches his pouch of bamboo leaves. Why me? Panda whispers. I just wanted to write off my new bamboo gaming chair. What is a bamboo tax audit? An audit is when the Panda government double-checks Panda's information. They go through his income, his deductions, his receipts, everything. Usually, it's just a random check. Sometimes, though, it's because something doesn't add up. Panda nervously hands over a pile of bamboo papers. The officer, a stern-looking Panda with tiny spectacles, examines them carefully. The officer hums. Bamboo saw, 20 leaves. Travel to the forest market, 5 leaves. Gaming chair, 200 leaves. Panda smiles weakly. For better posture while trading? The officer raises an eyebrow. After hours of inspection, she stamps the papers. Everything checks out. Mostly, don't do that again. Panda breathes in relief. He's survived the audit. Why some pandas don't pay taxes, but not every panda is as honest. Some pandas think they can outsmart the system. They hide extra bamboo leaves, underreport their sales, or stash their earnings in hollow trees far away from the Revenue Bureau. At first, it seems clever. No leaves taken, no stress, more bamboo smoothies for everyone. But then the interest starts piling up. The longer Panda avoids paying, the more he owes. Eventually, the Bureau comes knocking. First, they send a polite warning, then a fine, then a bigger fine. And if Panda still refuses, they take his leaves directly. If that doesn't work, well, let's just say bamboo prison doesn't serve dessert. Panda government tax agencies around the world. Taxes work differently in different forests. Each panda land has its own version of the Revenue Bureau. In the United States bamboo, it's the IRS, the Internal Revenue System. In Australia Grove, it's the ATO, Australian Taxation Office. And in Britain, Bamboo Isles, it's the HMRC, His Majesty's Revenue and Customs. Each one has the same mission: keep the forest running by collecting the leaves fairly. But not every forest collects the same amount. Some places, like Finland Forest, charge up to 57% tax. Japan Jungle takes about 55%, and Australia Outback around 45%. Meanwhile, Cayman Caves, Dubai Dunes, and Antarctica ice groves, 0%. No tax at all. But there's a catch. Almost no bamboo grows there. Panda stares at the frozen tundra map. Yeah, I'll stay here. How rich pandas pay less tax. Now, Panda notices something strange. Rich pandas don't seem to lose as many leaves. How do they do it? They use loopholes. Old Panda explains over tea. See, rich pandas don't earn bamboo from wages. They earn it from investments. When Panda earns 100 bamboo leaves at work, he pays income tax. But when rich Panda sells bamboo land and earns 100 leaves in profit, that's called capital gain, and it's taxed less. In fact, it's often half as much. That's why rich pandas prefer owning things, huts, land, or companies, instead of just working for leaves. Global bamboo tax tricks. Some pandas go even further. They open companies in countries with very low tax. These are called tax havens, places like Cayman Caves or Panama Palms. So, a panda might live in the Eastern Grove, but officially register their company in Panama Palms and suddenly pay only a tiny fraction of what local pandas pay. Legal? Sometimes. Fair? That's debatable. A short history of bamboo tax. Taxes aren't new. They've existed since the first panda learned to count leaves. Thousands of years ago, pandas would give part of their harvest to the elder bears in exchange exchange for protection and order. That was the earliest tax system. Trade bamboo for safety, but over time, taxes evolved. They became more structured, more complex, and more annoying. At one point in history, even bamboo itself was taxed. Imagine paying bamboo with bamboo. Old Panda laughs. Ah, simpler times. How Panda makes tax less scary. Panda sits under a tree, watching the leaves sway in the breeze. He realizes taxes aren't really the enemy. They're the cost of living in a functioning forest. Still, it helps to be smart about it. So here's Panda's bamboo wisdom. Budget early. Keep track of how many leaves you earn and spend. Save receipts for all work-related expenses. Set aside leaves each week so tax time doesn't hurt. Ask for help. Panda accountants exist for a reason, and their fees might even be tax deductible. Doing your taxes right means fewer surprises and fewer angry letters from the Bureau. You know, understanding taxes isn't so bad once you break it down, bamboo by bamboo. If you learned something today, tap that little paw print button and subscribe to PandaNomics, because here we turn every complex money mystery into something even a hungry panda can digest.